adore, we thank, we invoke the presence of our ancestors at sacred events. We call their names because as African people, we know that life is not linear. It is circular. Our ancestors have paved a way and they are inextricably connected to us in perpetuity. And we are therefore connected to the future. Everything that we do, every institution we build, every family that we stabilize will help a child who is yet to be born. So may we live our lives in such a way today that we live it out loud in love, that we build and create so that the future will be bright. I'm going to pour the libations, and I'd like for you to say inside. We say that in Ghana, West Africa. Some people say ashe. It's similar to amen. You know, at church we say amen. Because Moses was a Kemetic priest for 40 years before he went another 40 into the wilderness before he came back at 80 to free his people. And at the end of his prayers, he would say, amen, right. And so we're going to say inside as I pour. I'm going to call off the names of the ancestors, our collective community ancestors. And if you think of your personal ancestors, please invite them into this auspicious occasion where we honor one of God's greatest soldiers and drum majors for justice. We say, and I'm usually going to pour into a plant, onto the earth. My idea today was for the earth. So I'm going to pour it into the cup, and then I'm going to take it into Hart Plaza and pour it into our plaza because we want to demonstrate to the children we have the power within us to create and be a part of the life cycle. And so I pour the libations and say, Inye inside to the creative force. Father, mother, everything, God inside. I say Bethel inside of Mother Africa, the cultivator of civilization as we know it. Humanity, science, art, language, music, dance, government, systems, ways of being on the planet. To Mother Africa, we say aside. We say aside to our freedom fighters who risked their lives for everyone else to be free. To Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, and Stephen Biko. To them, we say aside. We say aside to the families who were minding their business, planting corn and yucca, having rites of passage, becoming men and women, farmers, goldsmiths, blacksmiths, just doing their thing, and they were thrust into the ma'afa of black people. We refer to it in our textbooks as the transatlantic slave trade. To those brothers and sisters whose names we don't know, but we vow as Africans in America to never forget. To them we say inside. To those who were kidnapped and walked down the road of Ouida, told to walk around a tree of forget your culture, forget your language, forget your God. Into a hole with no food, no water, no light for 30 days. And if you survived that, then you got on the ship. Then you were taken to the Caribbean islands. Then you were seasoned. Then you were brought to Charleston, South Carolina. To them, we say inside. To those who made it to the Americas that built this nation with their very masonry skills and carpentry skills and farming skills and their skills to nurse children who weren't their own and build churches and schools they couldn't attend. To our ancestors, we say inside. We say inside to the freedom fighters. We say inside to the freedom fighters. We say inside to the freedom fighters. Inside. We say inside to Medgar and Martin and Malcolm. Inside. We say inside to those who lost their lives and gave us an inspiration. We say inside to Emmett Till, and we say inside to Trayvon Martin. We say inside. We say inside to the artists who supported the movement. Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier, Dick Gregory. Inside. Now we come on to Detroit, Michigan, a beautiful city built by a mighty river. We say inside to Coleman, Alexander Young. Inside. To Irma Henderson. Inside. We say inside to Reverend C.L. Franklin and Albert Clegg, also known as Baba Jaramogi. Inside. To Chokwe Lumumba. Inside. To Reparations Ray. Inside. To your nana, your grandma, your big ma, whose names won't be in the history book. But because of them, you standing here today. Because of them, you went to school. Because of them, you have clothes on your back. To them, we say inside. To our fathers and our grandfathers who were living in Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Arkansas, and they got word that in Detroit, Michigan, they was hiring for $5 a day. And they made their way up to Detroit. They lived in Black Bottom they got their sisters, their cousins, their aunties. They all live together till they was able to get their own house. To those brothers, we say inside. For being here, you are in the right place, and this is the right time. To you, my brothers and my sisters, inside. And to the children who are yet to be born, to the babies who are on the way to the wombs of the beautiful women in this space right now, to those babies, I say that I make a pledge to do my best to make this a better world so they would inherit clean air and clean water and be free to do whatever it is God would have them to do. To the children yet to be born, we say inside. And I stretch my arm out as a symbolic link that binds us together as one family. And as I drink from the Kikombe Cha Umoja, I say what's good enough for me is good enough for the community. And Reverend Anthony, you taught me that the secret of life is to what? Have no fear. Yes,